this is Svetlana. Welcome to another Altenew video. This video is made for Altenew September 2019 Inspiration Challenge. Here you can see the inspirational picture and the color scheme for this challenge. For my card, I will be using the With Gratitude stamp set and the set of matching dice. First, I will be wet embossing these outline leaves several times each onto a watercolor paper. I'm prepping the paper with a baby powder to prevent stray embossing powder particles sticking where I don't want them to be. Next, I'm stamping with clear embossing ink, pouring some pure white embossing powder and heat setting it. And I'm repeating the same process several times. I have embossed the leaves onto 2 sheets of watercolor paper, and now I will be watercoloring them using the Autumn Blaze and Purple Wine watercolor brush markers. I will be doing very basic watercoloring. First, I'm wetting the paper with clear water. Then I'm adding watercolor onto the paper and let the water do all work. Some leaves I covered with watercolor completely. Some I wanted to make a bit lighter, so I was adding watercolor to one part of a leaf and then blending it out with a wet brush. I watercolored leaves on one sheet using just one Autumn Blaze watercolor marker, and on the second sheet I made leaves two-colored by using both markers. After I wet the paper, I was adding the Purple Wine on one part of each leaf, and then I was adding the Autumn Blaze onto the other part and blending them together with a wet brush. After I colored all leaves, I let them dry and I cut them using the matching dies. The last, but definitely not least, and a very important step is adding black splatters. I'm using the Jack Blood watercolor brush marker for this. To be honest, I didn't put much effort into coloring leaves, which made the coloring process very quick and simple, because I knew that splatters would make everything better. Now I'm moving on to the creating of the background. I made a card base out of a solar white cardstock and masked off the bottom part using a painter's tape and a piece of scrap paper. Next, I'm blending the Cosmic Berry dye ink onto the top part. To make the blending darker, I decided to blend the jet black ink on top of the Cosmic Berry, and then I blended some more Cosmic Berry on top. I also added black splatters onto the card because, splatters make everything better. Next, I masked off the top part of the card and blended the Rocky Shore ink onto the bottom part. Here I also decided to add black splatters. And then I totally went overboard with splattering. I added splatters of clear water as well. And then I also added splatters of shimmery water, which is just a regular water with added Perfect Pearls powder. It may seem too much, but I think that all this splattery madness added more foolish look to the card. After that, I adhered all my leaves onto the card base. First, I formed the leaves cluster without using any adhesive, and then I was picking up one leaf at a time from this pile and adhering it onto the card. I stamped one part of the sentiment onto a white strip using the obsidian black ink and popped it onto the card. I also white embossed on black another part of the sentiment and popped it onto the card as well. Lastly, I added several black crystals. Hope you like the card and the inspiration this month. I cannot wait to see what you create for it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate asking them in the comment section below. Have a wonderful day. Bye.